Happy fall, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. If you're new here, it's great to have you. As you might be able to tell from a little bit of spooky in my background, we are heading into fall, the month of October, spooky season. I've got my flannel on that I definitely do not need here in Texas yet, but someday, maybe. So let's go ahead and pick. All right, a book published this year. We can definitely do that. I have a few to pick from, I think. Give me a minute. I'm gonna narrow it down to just a couple. So we've got The Four, which is about rich people and bad things happen. I don't want to go too much into this reading like the back or anything like that, because honestly, when it comes to thrillers and mysteries, the less I know the better. But look at how cool this cover is. I love it so much. I got it at an independent bookstore and I'm very excited to read this. At that same bookstore, I spent a little bit too much money and they let me pick out something free from their ARC shelf. And whether or not this book goes on the official TBR, I will have to be reading this book because it is about Halloween, and that's Give Me Something Good to Eat. It's a young adult mystery, I believe, and it's literally occurring on Halloween. I think the whole thing is kids go missing on Halloween and no one's investigating it properly, if I remember correctly. So this one will probably find its way into October, whether it's on the TBR or not. So, and then the other book that I really want to read in the month of October, ideally, is going to be Happy Medium by Sarah Adler. I think the premise of this sounds so cute. She's a medium that isn't actually a medium. It's pretty much all I know about it. So she says she can talk to ghosts and get rid of ghosts, but can she really? And there is a cute little love story in it as well, I believe, and a little goat. How could you not love a little goat? So these are the three that I'm thinking of. Oh, I mean, my gut tells me that I can read this in November, even though I want to read it today. But let's see. I think it has to be Give Me Something Good to Eat, right? I know that this is just a young adult book, but it literally is a Halloween book. So as much as I want to read other books as well, this one is going to be our first book of the video. Okay, prompt number 2. Read a book with a one-word title. Okay, so we have a few. We could go with, oh, it's The Four. It's not four, so technically that doesn't count. The Offering doesn't count either. Let's see. We have Caraval down here at the bottom. You can't see it, but it is there. And then we also have Belladonna, and I think it's gonna have to be Belladonna. I bought this entire series a couple days ago because it was not very expensive on Amazon, and this gives spooky vibes. This is part of a series, and I love getting into a series, so we're gonna do this for book number 2. Okay, prompt number 3. Okay, read a book with a strong female protagonist. This is perfect because I know exactly what book I want to read. I'm not even gonna entertain other books for this choice because last month you haven't seen the video yet, but last month I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, so we're gonna continue that series. Gotta move a few books first. With A Court of Mist and Fury. This is so great. I needed this book to be in this month's TBR. I will tell you guys that the first book was definitely not my favorite book on the planet, but I'm excited to keep going. I want to see what happens in this series. So I think all three of the books that I was like, these have to be October books, we've already picked. So that puts a little less pressure on me for the rest of the month as well, or the rest of the picks as well. So yay. Prompt number 4. Read a book with multiple POVs. This one should be fairly easy as well. So let's see if there's anything that's really jumping out to me. That was a little bit harder than I thought it was gonna be, but I did find one. Most of my stuff is actually just like third person or one POV that I haven't picked anyways. So we're gonna go with Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This is the first book in the Gold Rush Ranch series. I'm very excited for this. I did read an Elsie Silver book the last 2 months, so it kind of fits the theme that we've been going with, or the trend that we've been going with. So this is book number 4. Prompt number 5. Okay, this is great. So a book that takes place on a beach. So the reason that this is great is in the month of November am going to go on a trip to go see my mom, and I bought us all a book. I bought my sister, my mom, and I a book that takes place on a beach, and it was made into a movie, which is why I bought it for all 3 of us. I wanted us to watch it together after we all read it separately. So that is The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand. I'm sure you've seen this on Netflix. I am sure that a lot of you have also read it. It is not exactly a spooky book, but someone does die, I believe, so that works. And I need to read it before mid-November, so I was thinking even if I didn't get it this month, I would just read it next month. So very excited for this one. Prompt number 6. Yeah, prompt number 6. Okay, a book with a number in the title. So we might only have one option, but let me double check. We found a way to fit it in. Look at that. So this is the 4. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but it is, from what I know, I think a boarding school, scholarship pupils, outsiders in a world of power and privilege. So someone goes missing, I believe. Good October spooky book. Very excited about this one. I'm very excited about all of them, obviously. Okay, so only 2 more. We've got prompt number 7. Okay, this one might be a little difficult because of what we've already picked, so we might have to do another one, but read a book that has flowers on the cover. So the reason that this could be difficult is we picked Belladonna, and I think that that series is really the only ones that I have with flowers on the cover, but let's just double check. I was totally wrong. We have 3 other books that are not part of the Belladonna series that have flowers on the cover. So first we have Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard really good things. This one deals with grief, so it's definitely one that you have to be in the mood for. Then we have The Offering, nice and spooky. This one is set in a resort in Hawaii, I believe, and bad things happen. And then Happy Medium does have little daisies on it. So these are the three that we're picking between. And I think since we've got some chunky books already, I think I'm gonna go with The Offering. So yeah, it's about two different families, I believe, that go on vacations to Hawaii. One family is a husband and wife, and they're trying to just revive their marriage. The other family has a teenage daughter, and somehow everything intertwines, I believe. So, very excited. One more prompt. Okay, a book that you think will be 5 stars. Okay, give me a minute because, I think I already have some that I think will be 5 stars. Do I go with my first Emily Henry book? Because everybody says that her books are 5-star books. The Writing Retreat, spooky, but we've already got some spooky. We have a decent amount of spooky, actually. So let's go with something a little bit more lighthearted. I think we're gonna do it. We're gonna do Funny Story by Emily Henry. This is going to be my first ever Emily Henry book, and I'm very excited about it. Oh my gosh, you guys. It also has flowers on the cover. Oh well. So I have heard really good things about all of her books. I do have a special edition of Beach Read coming to me this month as well. And I will be going to a beach in November. Not exactly beach time of the year, but we'll be going to a beach in November. So maybe I can bring that one on that trip with me if I like this. So, yay! Let's quickly recap the 8 books that are on my October TBR. So first we have Give Me Something Good to Eat. Nice, hopefully quick, young adult mystery book that is set place in Halloween. So this will be perfect for this month. And then we have Belladonna, the first book in a series. I'm so excited. I just love series. They're so good. I'm getting into more fantasy a lot too. I really think that that is actually surprisingly gonna probably be my favorite genre. Like, skip to me a year from now and I'm thinking that's gonna be it. So very excited to get into another kind of fantasy-esque book. Speaking of fantasy, our third book is A Court of Mist and Fury by the wonderful Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the Court of Thorns and Roses series that I just finished the first book of a few days ago. I'm very excited to get into this one. And then we have something to break up the fantasy thrillers. We have Off to the Races by Elsie Silver, also the start of a series. These are all interconnected standalones though, so I won't feel as much pressure to immediately read it like I do with this one. And then we have The Perfect Couple by Ellen Hildebrand. This one I'm excited about because this means that I will definitely get it done by mid-October and be able to watch the movie when I go and visit my mom and my sister next month. We have The Four. I don't even know anything about this book really, but I'm so excited. I love the cover. I love a good thriller, so hopefully this gives me those vibes and I'm not just making it scarier than it actually is in my head. And then something short and sweet is probably not the right term because this one is a thriller, but short. This one is less than 200 pages, which I'm very excited about, especially after some thicker fantasy books that we've got. Last but not least, we have Funny Story by Emily Henry. This one is gonna make me feel good after all the scaries, I think. So, okay. Oh, about to drop them, but this is our TBR for the month of October. I hope you guys are excited for spooky season. I hope that you have some really great books this month that you are reading as well. And I'm very excited to film my monthly reading wrap up. I have one more book that I'm gonna finish, and we've got a couple more days left in September. So look for that in a couple of days, and enjoy your day, guys. Bye.